Hello peeps, I hope you guys enjoyed the intro. I'm really happy to finally bring you the review of the SSG24. Not only will we talk about the performance of the SSG, but we'll also go over the Snowwolf M24 with the NOV KIT and the Tokyo MARUI VSR10 with the Wolverine bolt system. We will go over the performance and also go over the cost of all three weapons, so at the end of the review you guys have a better idea which of these three suits you better. Please keep in mind that when we go over the cost of all three weapons, it not only will include the external and internal upgrades that are done to the weapons, but also the delivery, the import, and all those payments. Detailed information will be in the description. Okay guys, let's get right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the VSR10 from Tokyo MARUI with the Wolverine bolt system. This weapon cost me around $1,100. Internally, I put in the Wolverine bolt system. I changed the stock barrel to an EDGI 6.01 barrel and also changed the hop-up to an Action Army one. When it comes to the performance of the system, you're definitely not gonna have any problems. The Wolverine works perfectly. You can set the FPS, the reload. That's all it takes. It's pretty fun, so you can't go wrong with this. The whole system works perfectly. It just doesn't suit my playstyle that much. And what I mean by that is all the airlines that are connected always to your back kind of kills a bit of the freedom. Let's say if you're an aggressive player that likes to flank or just climb stuff, or you're playing in the forest, it can get stuck in the branches, you don't notice it, you keep running, and then all the air just pops out and you have to take it all off and readjust it. So that can be an issue. They also do have a CO2 version, and you can put it on any of the sides and just adjust it the way you want, and that can fix the issue of it being connected to your back at all times. However, keep in mind that you don't get as many shots from the CO2 that you would usually get from a tank. The EDGI barrel is really top quality, so I never had any kind of issues with that. The Action Army hop-up works great. The only problem I had with it was how it's being adjusted. You need an Allen key, you have to take out the mag and try to adjust it from here. So when you need to do that fast, sometimes it can be pretty annoying. So the externals is where I have the issues with this weapon. The whole feel, the toyish feel that it has to it, it just doesn't feel solid. This outer barrel that is made out of aluminum does not sit well with the body. As you can see, I tried to strengthen it right here, but it still has a lot of movement. So in many situations, it can cause a lot of problems. If the barrel is against anything from any side, pretty much it starts moving a bit, and then it causes some accuracy problems, which is pretty annoying. The receiver is made out of high strength polymer, and then we have the trigger guard, which is made out of plastic, and it just has that cheap feel to it. So externally, this gun really doesn't feel as solid as the other two. Okay guys, now I'm gonna move on to the Snowwolf M24, which cost me around $830. Internally, I just bought the gun, I bought the NOV KIT, which comes with a 6.01 EDGI barrel. Sears, you get a cylinder head, piston, spring guide, and everything is just top quality. I myself tested a 190 spring for quite some time, and I never had any issues with it. Externally, we have an aluminum outer barrel, an aluminum receiver, and in general the whole body is just heavier and just feels way more solid than it is on the VSR10. However, we still have the issue here of the outer barrel not being connected well to the stock itself. You definitely have to strengthen it in some way, or else you'll just have this movement and wobble here, which again can cause a lot of accuracy problems. When I was using some strong springs in this weapon, the stock bolt handle just wasn't enough to pull it back because it was really rough. So I made this really insane bolt handle that is just huge, but definitely fixed a lot of problems for me, made it way easier to reload. At the moment, I'm using a 170 spring, and I will show you guys how it reloads. What can I say? It reloads pretty good, but not as smooth as the SSG24. Now the weakest point on the weapon when you get it is the hop-up, and in the long run you definitely should look into changing it. The main issue of it is it not being consistent at all. You can set it from the outside, which is good, but then again it's just not consistent. Wherever you set it to, you fire a few BBs and then it just messes up and starts moving up and down, and then you have to readjust it over and over and over again. I went ahead and changed it with the PDI one. It was A bit hard to set up at first, but once you do, it works well. So the performance on the Snowwolf M24 is pretty good, but the issues I talked about are still there. The reload is not as smooth as the SSG24, and the hop-up is definitely its weak spot. Finally, let's talk about this beauty right here, the SSG24, which cost me around $800 with an additional magazine, a few bottles of BBs, 170 spring, and also of course all the delivery payments, all the import taxes and so on. And I never regretted any of it. Internally, I did absolutely nothing. I took it out of the box, went to the field, I killed a bunch of people, I was really happy, and I went back home. Let's go over the externals here. We have a body that is made out of glass fiber reinforced polymer, just like the real one, which is really amazing for an airsoft weapon. And it has a thickness of 7 millimeters, which makes it really solid, guys, and really durable. We have a receiver entirely made out of metal, an aluminum trigger guard, a thick aluminum outer barrel that just looks beautiful and sits perfectly with the body. There is absolutely no movement, no wobble here. One of my favorite parts on this weapon is definitely hop-up. Not only because you can adjust it from the outside like you can on the Snowwolf M24, but the issues you have there are gone on this weapon. It is very consistent, you just set it wherever you want and you don't have to worry about it changing positions at all. However, I have heard people have problems with their SSGs on hopping 0.46 or heavier BBs. That was not a problem in my case. At the moment, I'm using a 170 spring and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it reloads. That's a really smooth reload, guys. When you open up the box and you take out the weapon, you can definitely see that it has been made with a lot of passion. It's all about the small details, guys, and those small details have been fixed on this weapon. Also, you gotta keep in mind, this is an out-of-box sniper. You open the box, you take it to the field, and you have tons of fun right away. When it comes to range, all three rifles are pretty good. You can definitely get hits at around 100 meters. However, the fact that it's possible doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get hits at that range 10 out of 10. I would say the effective range would be anywhere around 80 meters. When it comes to consistency and being a reliable rifle, that's where the SSG24 picks up, and it's definitely my choice. It is a 10 out of 10 weapon for me, and there's just not much I can hate about it. Magazines for all three of the weapons are made out of plastic. However, what I love about the magazines of the SSG24 is that it is transparent, so you can always keep a track on how many BBs you have left. Man, I just can't say enough about this gun, to be honest. I really think that at the moment it is the best sniper rifle on the market. So let me give you guys a quick advice. Until you get this beauty, the SSG24 by yourself and test it out, please don't hate on it, because I guarantee you're gonna fall in love with it. However, I understand that all of us have different opinions. This is how it works for me, and I just wanted to share the experience with you guys. Please let me know which of these three you guys prefer and why. Well guys, there you have it, the truth about the SSG24. I really hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please let me know what you guys think, and have a beautiful day.